Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pelletier Craft Studio. My name is Elaine, and I am thrilled to have you here with us today. So, in the heading, I asked you, do you ever buy beautiful paper and you go, oh, this is great, I'm going to use it for this and this and this? And well, then you get home and you decide it's too pretty to use for that, so you put it up on the shelf, and the next thing you know, it's sit there forever. Well, I'm here to stop that. I am here today to show you how to use that beautiful paper that's on the inside of your craft room right away. And yes, we're going to use it for both scrapbooking and card making. So there's no reason that everybody can't get in on this video today. We're going to start off by showing you one of Mente's new paper products. It is called Rustic Charms, and I'm going to just tell you that I have fallen in love with it. So this is the Rustic Charm. This is the outside of the paper, but look, they've gotten so smart because on the inside of the paper, on the inside of the cover, you can use all of these to make some embellishments out of. So it's perfect. It's perfect. You can use this, meaning they didn't waste any paper. We don't want you to either. Now, I know every one of these are gorgeous. Look at the beautiful scenery on this one. Love the way the birds are pitched. Kind of looks like My Little Sugar. Look at that. It looks like you could run your fingers across it and get splinters in your hand. Just loving it. And as you can see, each page is just as beautiful as the next. And yes, people, I understand why you go, oh, I can't use that. It's just too pretty. So you're going to get two of each of these beautiful sheets. So that means you can use both sides of the design, and both sides of the designs are absolutely gorgeous. So that is going to be 12 sheets, and again, you can use both sides of it. Now, as you can see, I have already made a scrapbook with it, and this is going to be the scrapbook that you can make on the inside of our June scrapbook class. Now, we just finished our May, and so this one is going to be in June, so you got a little bit of time to sign up for it. I have used ink on these. I have also used our lunar paste, and you girls know how much we love lunar paste through here. So I haven't put my pictures on the inside of this one, but as you can see, there's lots of room for lots of pictures. And this is just a great little album with all kinds of pockets and pages. It is made out of a very stiff material. See how thick and stiff that is? And as you can see, it has all kinds of fun stuff on the inside of it, like waterfalls and pockets and indentions and just all kinds of things that you'll be able to use on the inside of this book. Look at these, just neat ways to use pockets. Now, this is our June album. So if you want to do this album with me, you can just go ahead and sign up. You're going to get everything you need to do that. Now, for those of you who say, oh, Elaine, I only want the paper. I know I'm going to use that paper, and I'm going to laugh at you if you don't use it. But anyway, as you can see right across the top, it says this is a bonus sheet, and it's not for sale. But everybody that buys that pack of paper, or everybody that takes our class, is going to get two of these. And today, I'm going to use one of them to show you some great ways to make cards with it. All right, so let's get started with our cards. Now, I don't have to tell you, this first one, this little puppy, he just breaks my heart. He's just as cute as a button. And of course, I want to use him on one of my cards. So as you can see, all I've done is cut my card to the size that I wanted it to be. And in this case, it's 5.5 by 4 1/4. Got to have my precision glue gun. If you have not ordered your precision glue gun, you need to go ahead and get it ordered, because I know they're going to be coming in stock very soon. And when they do, if you've already got yours pre-ordered, then you're going to be guaranteed that you will get one of the precision glue guns, because everything that I have that was on pre-order will be shipped to you as soon as they ship them to us. And I know it's coming, and I know it's coming soon. So go ahead, get your order in for your precision glue gun. Now what I have done here is I have made a beautiful card, and I have talked my way all the way through it. And I've put on there that we're thinking of you. How simple of a card is that? Not only is it simple, but it's ready to go in the mail. Now, if you want to know where I got the thinking of you from, it was one of my hot foil plates that I used, and this particular hot foil plate is called Horseshoe Kisses. Ha! How about that? Let's do a little horseshoeing. All right, so here's another one that we're going to make, and this time I'm using my beautiful paper, but notice how I'm using the flow of the paper. I wanted to take and give some edging to it, so to do that edging, I'm going to take out my, this is the Mangrove Root ink dye, and I'm going to take it out and just use it to run an edging on my paper. Now, as you can see, I have two different colors here. The first edging that I run was a little on the red side, and I decided I didn't want it to be quite that red. So I have changed colors on what I'm doing, and you're going to see how I'm going to salvage that piece of paper. Remember, here at Pelletier Craft Studios, we like to teach you how to make things without wasting paper, without wasting materials. And we're going to be doing a whole lot of that coming soon when we do our weekender with Spellbinders. It's going to be the 17th. My understanding is if you give me a call and let me know that you still want to get in it, I can still get you a Weekenders kit. I do not, however, have access to the early bird pieces that we had prior to now. All right, so when I did this, when I did it, it was a little bit of a yellow. Wasn't sure if I was going to like the two colors together. Truthfully, I don't. So what I'm going to do is turn this card over. Isn't that why God made our cards have two sides? That's what somebody told me once upon a time, that cards had two sides so we could use both sides of it. So here we go. We're using the second side of this one. All right. So remember, our goal today is to use that scrapbook paper to make our cards with, and it's also for us to enjoy that beautiful paper that we bought and that we just knew we had a purpose for. We want to use it. We don't want it to go to waste. We want to use it. And somebody told me the other day, oh, I would love to do that scrapbook, but you know what? I don't know if I could cut that paper or not. Honey, I'm going to teach you how to cut it. Just let me say. All right, so this is the girl. I actually cut her off of that piece that you can't get unless you buy the paper. When you buy the paper, you're going to get two sets of it. So here we go. We're going to use this. We've gotten in all of our new dimensionals or foam adhesives. Loving the size of these. It's not too tall. It's perfect for putting things in the mail with, and it's great even using it for scrapbooking. Look, isn't that beautiful? But I want to put a sentiment on it. So I am going to put this sentiment on it. It says, it's a gift for you. I'm going to need the other size of my dimensionals. There it is. And love having two different sizes of dimensionals in my craft room because it's so important to be able to use both and not have to spend all your time cutting things. So the right tools make it easy. There we go. And this says a gift for you. Wouldn't that make a beautiful card to give to a new bride? Or maybe just a birthday card for someone really special. Of course, you were going to want to put, oh, I didn't put my card down. I cannot do this. This is just not going to work. We've got to pull this up. I know, that's deadly, isn't it? But I made it particularly to put her on there. I knew something wasn't looking right. Hurry, get it, Elaine, before it gets all stiff. Well, that's one thing I can say about the precision glue gun. It sticks great. All right, there you go. We got her. We're going to fix this card. It's going to be the way I wanted it to be, right from the very beginning. Now, you know, if you can make a mistake on camera and fix it, you can do the same thing when you're working off camera, right? So here we go. We're going to fix this. There we go. Doo-doo-doo. Now I'm going to like it so much better, only I tore my card. Ugh. Well, we're just going to have to fix us another one. That's what makes life in a craft room so much fun. All right, let's see. Let me get out my trimmer here because I'm going to need another card. And this is the trimmer that I carry in my studio. And I'm really loving this too because it is ideal to carry with you. It's also the perfect size to keep around your craft room at home. But it travels really well too. So I really like this one. All right. So now we got to do that edging on it because I'm just determined it's going to have an edging. All right, let's see if we can get it up. Doggone it. Ugh. Well, we're going to just make an old mess here. What the heck? You know what they say, it ain't good till you get it all over you. Well, looks like we're going to get it all over us today. Notice how I keep myself on the inside of that spot right there that's got the ink on it? That's because that spot allows me to move some of that ink away and just keep on crafting. There you go. All right. Now we can put this on. What do you think? This is what you call doing it in style. I do want to say a special hello to all of our brand new guests with us today. We have friends like Michelle and Caroline. We also have friends like Dolly with us today. Everybody here may know Dolly. She's my Hello Dolly. I sing to her all the time. All right. So let's put just a few more on here. Just enough to keep it from sagging in the center. There we go. Now, oh my God, that looks so much better. Wouldn't you agree? Made all the difference in that card, didn't it? Just adding it the way I had planned for it to be. All right, that one's ready to go in the mail now as well. So I have another one, but before I get to this one, I need to wipe off my craft table because this one's white. And the last thing I want is that white on the inside of that stuff, right? Let me dry it. And girls, this is what crafting is all about. It's about having fun and experimenting. All right, so this time we're going to use this hot air balloon and we're going to use the words hello there. I also told you that we're going to be using the back side of this. So I want to show you how I'm going to make that happen. Again, I'm going to bring out my trimmer. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that edging off the top. Obviously, I don't want that on my card. But I want to use this hot air balloon. I want it to be in a cloud. So, in order to do that, I could take a piece of paper and start making it into a cloud. Or, I can come back in here and make my cloud out of this piece of paper. So, I want you to just take a look at what we're fixing to do. And of course, I definitely don't want to throw that away because that will be a beautiful card to do another one exactly like this with it. All right, so there we go. So now what I want to do is I want to come back and I want to edge up my balloon. I'm going to edge it up in a little bit of green. All I'm really trying to do is help with the contrast of the sky and the color of the balloon. So I'm just going to touch it just a little bit. I don't want it to be a whole lot. Might even work better if I flick it. Oh yeah, that is going to work a little better. I love seeing people's response when they see what flicking can actually do to their cards and to their embellishments. It's something that I've been doing for, well, most of my crafting career. All right, so let's come back in here and put my balloons down. There we go. And I'm going to use a little one at the bottom just because I don't want it to lay flat, but at the same time I don't want to have to sit here and cut a big one. Now notice, even though I'm putting dimensionals on it, you don't have to put a ton. Look at this. And this is going to turn out so pretty. All right, so I got to looking at it and I thought, you know what? That is so pretty and it's so easy to use. I think I am going to add a bouquet of flowers to it. So watch this. This young lady has a beautiful bouquet of flowers in her hand. And I'm going to just come in here and do some quick fussy cutting. And notice how as I am fussy cutting, and this is something that a lot of people have trouble with, but when you're fussy cutting, notice how I am not using my scissors, I'm not moving my scissors, I am actually moving my paper around, and by moving my paper, I can do it faster, but I can also make it have rounded corners instead of sharp edges. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that right there so it will look like it's in the top of my hot air balloon. Now, people go to me all the time, see, Elaine, where do you get these ideas from? Well, I got to confess, this is not a new one. This is one that I saw on the inside of the paper I showed you girls a while ago. I flipped through that real fast so you would think this was something new. But it's not. There we go. All right. And I want to put my sentiment on this one as well. So let's get it pulled out. Just going to put a hello there. We're riding around in our hot air balloon here. Oh, what the heck. Let's see if I can put it on straight. And now I'm going to put it down on my card. And so let's turn this over. There we go. We'll put this one down. And notice how this card's going to have 3 layers. There you go. My third card is ready to rock and roll. So we have made 3 cards already. Do I dare try to make another one? Let's see. I think I am. And I'm going to use another new product that we have. And this one has just been a tribute to me. This is an embossing folder. And when you run it through the embosser, this part makes a line so that you can cut it. And then you're going to have 2 different embossing folders. So here's one. And I took this one and I made it a little bit smaller because when I put it on a card, I'm going to put it in the upper corner and the side, leaving this part over here open. Also notice that this edge of the card is deckled, and I did that with my new deckle trimmer. Love that. That's from Tim Holtz. It's a tonic product, and I just love it. So I'm going to use this card, but I'm going to use this as the bottom part of that embossing folder, and I'm going to use it as well. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to run over the top of this embossing folder. Now all I'm trying to do is add a little bit of color to this section that I have embossed. I don't want it to be dark, so I'm being real careful with how much pressure I put on it. And the last thing I want to do is put too much pressure on it so that it starts to fall down in the center. Notice how I'm not being meticulous about what is the flower and what is the greenery. I'm doing it all in one color. And this green is light to begin with. It's actually called mint. And so the fact that it's light to begin with and the fact that I'm being careful not to press down too hard, it's taking a little more time to do it, but that's okay. I'm cool with that. I'm liking it. Isn't that pretty how that's coming out? And now I'm going to take another piece of this paper. I think I may use it or I may not. Let's see. That ain't the one I want. I want this piece. So this is the piece of paper that I want to use on it. And I really am liking that deckled cut. So we're going to come back and do a deckled cut with this. And this is the trimmer. It is a guillotine trimmer. But I'm just going to tell you, ladies, it is awesome. When you want to make sure you get a straight cut with the guillotine, you make sure you hold this plate down, and that plate keeps it from moving. And if you notice, that was just a good, clean, quiet cut. We're going to do it again. All right, let me make sure I trimmed off my card. So I want to make sure I didn't trim too much, and I am good with that. I think I'm going to trim it a little more. And it will take off just a smidgen. I mean, it don't take a whole lot. It will trim off just that little bit. Let me show you what I mean. Look how little that is. Not to mention the fact that it's straight. That all by itself is a treat for me. All right, so now we're going to put this down. And again, notice that I only have my decal cut done on these two sides. I didn't do it across here or across the top because obviously if I'd done it across the top, it wouldn't have a folding card anymore. So we're going to put this down. And I'm using, in my precision glue gun, I am using the finest part there is. So that's why it looks like I'm using a lot of glue on the back. But the reality of it is it's putting down a very fine amount. So I'm not going to have any issues with this adhesive being too thick and being sticky. I won't have that problem because I'm only putting down a fine amount. All right, let's pull out my pieces here. Now notice every one of these cards has had designer paper on it, or pattern paper, and each one of them has been done differently. And I'm going to show each one of the cards to you again, but I want to get this one put together first. There we go. Now, I have my sentiments, but I also have these two birds. And these two birds were on that piece of paper that comes free, and I just trimmed them out. And now I'm going to take my bird, and this one is a little bit smaller than the other one. And you'll see why I'm putting my adhesives on top of him, because what I'm going to do is a double layer here. Now, if you've not done double layers before, they make it so that both pieces, the one on top and the one on bottom, are alike. A lot of times if you buy stickers and things like that, you'll see them do this, where the top and the bottom are both alike. But all they're really doing is just adding depth to it. Put that little bit of adhesive on the back. Then I'm going to sit my bird right on my paper. Well, I said I was. There you go. So I'm going to sit my bird right there. And then I'm going to put my sentiment right over here to the side. Got that one stuck on my finger. So if you haven't had a chance, you definitely want to be signing up for our emails, because we're going to be showing you some really neat stuff here soon. Our card classes are so unique that I can assure you you're not finding other card classes that are doing this. Our June and July card classes are special edition classes, so again, you're going to want to get signed up for those right away. All right, let's get you zoomed in a little bit and give you the opportunity to see each one of these cards. And as you can see, ladies, these cards were totally so easy to do. And it didn't take me long to do it. In fact, I've done 4 cards, showed you an album, and I have I've showed you an album, showed you the paper pack, and done 4 cards. And we're still under a 30-minute video. Is this just not gorgeous? I just love the way these cards have all turned out. But the big thing here, ladies, is I don't want to hear anyone say, oh my God, that paper's so pretty, I can't use it. Use it. Make it something beautiful, as I know each and every one of you can do. So there you go. I want to invite you to come back and join us again. I am going to have a surprise video for a little later on this week. So you're going to want to jump in and see what I'm up to. But between now and then, I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday when we'll be crafting and saving money all at one time. Have a beautiful day. Bye.